Now we will see recurring deposit account. Now what is recurring deposit account? Children, you must have heard about RD account. So many of your parents, they are depositing the money in the RD account on a monthly basis. So here, if you see, the short form of recurring deposit account is R. R is for recurring, D is for deposit. So RD account, the full form is recurring deposit account. The account holder can decide the amount to be deposited every month in the account. In this kind of account, the account holder have to decide the amount that he or she wants to deposit every month in the account. The bank gives an interest on the deposit which is more than that paid on the savings account. In this kind of account, the interest paid to the customer or the account holder is more than that of the savings account. Such an account is a means of compulsory saving. In this kind of account, a customer have to compulsorily pay the fixed amount monthly or on a monthly basis. Often it is convenient to have a joint account for, say, husband and wife or guardian and ward, etc. Besides, accounts of business partners, housing societies, trusts of voluntary agencies, etc. are required to be operated by more than one person. Now, we have seen here three types of accounts, that is current account, savings account and recurring deposit account. In any kind of account, you can open a joint account. In joint account, it means you can start an account under the name of husband and wife, or a guardian and a ward. It means, children, you can open an account, joint account with your parent. Also, two business partners, they can also open a joint account in a bank. Housing societies, those who are living in a flat scheme, you must have seen the housing societies also have a joint account in a bank under the name of that society. Then the trusts of voluntary agencies. So many trusts are there, or so many some groups or some agencies are there. Those also have the accounts under their names. Now, these are required to be operated by more than one person. So, whenever a joint account is opened in a bank, it can be operated by more than one person. Then we will see fixed deposit. A depositor deposits a certain amount for a fixed period in a bank. Now, children, you must have seen or heard at home that your parents are telling ki, I have put such and such amount in a FD. Now, FD, what is FD? FD is a fixed deposit. F is fixed and D is deposit. So, FD, that is fixed deposit, it is a kind that we are depositing a fixed amount in a bank for a certain period. This deposit attracts a greater rate of interest than the savings account. So whatever interest you get in savings account, here in FD you get more than that. That is, there is the greater rate of interest in the fixed deposit account than the savings account. However, these rates are different in different banks. Yes, children, you have seen that if you will go through international banks, national banks, or certain societies that are on the state level or city level, here the rate of interest is different in all these different banks. Senior citizens get a slightly greater rate of interest than the usual. So whatever rate of interest is paid to the normal citizen, then here the senior citizen gets more than them. Slightly greater rate of interest is been paid to the senior citizens than the other common citizens. Now we will see ATM, credit and debit cards. Now everyone is well aware of ATM cards. In that we have seen credit and debit cards. Now what is an ATM? The full form of ATM is automatic teller machine. Now we have seen the ATM machines at various places. In I think in every part of our city, there are certain ATM machines of different banks. Now what is the use of ATM machine? It is used to withdraw cash without going to the bank. You can simply insert the card, ATM card, in the ATM machine and you can deposit or withdraw cash from it. Now, a credit card or debit card is used to carry out transactions without using a cash. Now, here there are different types of cards, credit cards and debit cards. Here the credit card, it gives some credit on your account so that if you even don't have money in your account, you can get a certain credit according to the terms and conditions of the bank and you can withdraw amount from the bank. And in debit card, by using debit card you can withdraw money or you can deposit money, but here you can withdraw money only up to the balance that is present in your account. So credit card or a debit card is used to carry out transactions without using cash. Even you can do certain payments at the shops or at different places using debit and credit card. An account holder can get such a card on request to the bank. So if a customer or an account holder requests the bank for such a card, then they can get ATM card or you can say credit or debit card. Now here children, an activity is given. Now here this is the table given or these are the certain printouts or certain transactions of a passbook has been mentioned here. Now have you seen a bank passbook? So children, what is your activity? You all have to ask your parents about the passbook, see the transactions, how they are written in it or how the entries are made in the passbook. Now observe the entries made in the page of a passbook shown below. Now here the first column is of line number. Then the another one is date. Then the particulars. Then check number. Then amount withdrawn, amount deposited and balance is given here. So now what is shown here? In the first line, it is given that on 2/2/2016, that is 2nd February 2016, cash, that is the amount is deposited through cash. What amount is deposited? 1500. And after depositing 1500 in the account, the balance of the account is 7000 rupees. Similarly, here on 8 February 2016, here the amount is deposited, that is 5000 rupees through the check. Here the check number is given. After depositing 5000 rupees in the account, now the new balance of the account is 12,000 rupees. Now in the next line, here the check is submitted to the bank to withdraw 3000 rupees from the bank. So after withdrawing 3000 rupees through check, by the check number this one, here the amount balance or the balance of the account is 9000 rupees. In this way, now it is clear to you that here the amount is deposited, amount can be deposited through cash, the amount can be deposited through check, the amount can be withdrawn through check, or amount can be withdrawn by cash also. Here the self is given, that is the account holder himself can withdraw amount from the bank in cash. Now here the next column is of interest, that is whatever amount is at balance in the account, on that the interest is paid. It is 135 rupees. So after depositing this interest in the account by the bank, here the new balance is 7635 rupees. Now based on these entries of the bank, here certain fill in the blanks are given. We have to answer them. Now here the first one is on 2/2/16, that is 2nd February 2016, the amount deposited was dash rupees. Now what amount is deposited? Here 1500. So we will write here 1500 in the box. And the balance dash rupees, that is what is the balance on the same day? It is 7000 rupees. So we will write here 7000. Now the next fill up is on 12/2/16, that is 12 February 2016, dash rupees were withdrawn by check number 243965. The balance was dash rupees. Now here if you go through the entry of 12 February, that is here, you will see that what amount is withdrawn? 3,000. So we will write here 3,000 rupees were withdrawn. And the balance is 9,000 rupees. So we will write here 9,000. Now the next fill-up is on 26 to 2016, that is 26 February. The bank paid an interest of dash rupees. Now if you go through the entries again in the table, you will see that the interest paid is 135 rupees. So now here we will write 135 in the box. So children, now if you go through the passbook that you will see from your parents, you can easily read the entries and you will come to know how the entries of the passbook can be read. A passbook is issued for a savings account and a recurring deposit account. Amounts deposited, withdrawn and the balance are recorded in it with their dates. So now this is the printout of a savings passbook. Similarly, you can see the RD passbook, RD account passbook also from your parents. There you will see a fixed amount is being deposited every month and you will see the balance written over there. Now the amount deposited, withdrawn and the balance are recorded in it with their dates. Now there is an activity, children. Ask an adult in your house to show how you a passbook and explain the entries made in it. So children, this is a simple activity that you have to do at your home. Now a simple example is given. Let's recall, it is based on your last year syllabus. Suvidya borrowed a sum of 30,000 rupees at 8 PCPA interest for a year from her bank to buy a computer. At the end of the period, she had to pay back an amount of 2,400 rupees over and above what she had borrowed. Now from the example it is clear that the amount borrowed is given. That amount borrowed by Suvidya to buy a computer is given. What amount she had borrowed? Here 30,000. So what is 30,000? 30,000 is the principal amount. Now at 8 PCPA, so what is the rate of interest? It is 8% per annum. PCPA, per cent per annum. Per cent it means on rupees 100. Per annum it means for 1 year the rate is rupees 8% per annum. That is interest on 100 rupees for 1 year is rupees 8. Now what interest she have to pay? 2,400 rupees. So here we will write the interest 2,400. Now for what, how much time she had borrowed the money? For 1 year. For a year. It is given in the example. So here the time is 1 year. Now the total amount returned to the bank is principal plus interest is total amount. That is 30,000 plus 2,400 is 32,400 rupees. So this is the total amount returned to the bank by Suvidya. So children, now it is clear to you what is the principal, what is rate of interest, what is time. Here for time we can normally use N or T, both. For interest we use the short form I, for rate of interest we use the short form R, and for principal we use P. The total amount returned to the bank is amount principal plus interest, that is amount. Now from here we got the formula. We added the capital and interest occurred on it to find out the amount that Suvidya returned to the bank. Hence the formula we got here is principal plus interest is equal to amount.